So today we're going to be working with all this body repair. Basically what we have is sanding materials, we have Bondo scrapers, we got glazing putty, hardener, chicken wire, Bondo, more Bondo, rust reformer, undercoating, and brake cleaner to clean it all up. As you guys saw in the last video, we have cleared up all of the green stuff. What we're gonna attempt to do today is go ahead and fix this rust. We could easily just like put the wheels on it, you know, put everything on when we get it and take it to a body shop and say, here, do this. But I honestly, I'm very intrigued on learning how to do this myself. Like I wanna be able to paint a car and be like, wow, I did a good job on that. You know, the turd cell was kind of like, whatever. I've told you guys that I didn't really care about that, but like, I kind of cared because I sanded and everything and I expected it to come out way better than it did, but it just didn't. But this time we're taking all the necessary steps to get this ready. It's gonna be pretty hard because we have like quite a big hole to work with here, but you know, you gotta learn somewhere. And then we got this, which we don't know what we're gonna do about because literally this pin right here is what holds the bumper kind of in place almost. I mean, it's still kind of loose, but we're gonna figure this out as we go. If you guys wanna follow along with what we're doing, we're gonna try to explain everything we're doing. So if you guys are doing any body work, you can follow along and try to figure out how to do it yourself. So basically the first step, which Austin's doing right now, is all this rust right here. Like you could see, this is rust. There's rust down there, and there's also a ton of rust in here that I don't know if you guys could see, but basically what we have to do is we have to get all the rust off of that, and once we get the rust cleared off, it's just basically gonna be like rotted out metal, but the rust is gonna be gone. And the reason you have to do that is so when you put the Bondo on, the rust doesn't just start spreading through more. Well, we made an oopsie. We forgot to buy 40 grit sandpaper because you know what? You know, you should have reminded me.
I literally told you in the aisle.
You told me in the aisle, but then we forgot about it because we were too...
You forgot about it.
No.
I didn't forget.
Anyways, basically what you're supposed to do to get down to bare metal to basically clear all the rust away is you need 40 grit sandpaper. So right now, I'm gonna run out, go get some 40 grit sandpaper, and hopefully Austin has some progress when we get back. Well, kind of took a little bit of an L. All they have is 50 grit sandpaper. That's literally the lowest grit sandpaper they have. But I mean, what's 10 grit? It's gonna work better than the 60 that we have, so we're gonna go home and we're gonna attempt to try that. It's been about maybe 30 minutes since I left, so Austin's probably got some pretty decent progress going. So we're gonna head over there and see how he's doing. It looks like Austin has went to bed. It looks like he sanded down pretty decently, I guess. I guess we're just gonna have to pick this video up tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow. And just like that, we are back for another day. Austin, a cuck because he decided to leave us, but that's okay because we're picking up the video right here. And it looks like Austin bent a little bit of this chicken wire to conform to that big rust hole right there. So right now we're trying to just get as much of the rust out as possible. And the reason that we bought this stuff right here, the rust reformer, this stuff chemically bonds to the rust so that you can paint on it. Because if you were to just paint over rust, the rust is just gonna come back through. So when we put this on there, all the rust that we missed, hopefully it doesn't come back. Because we're trying to do this thing legit. So while Matt's doing this, trying to get the inside of this, so Matt's gonna sit there with my hand doing it like that because I don't want to. We tried to get as much off as we can, but we're just gonna have to send it. This should work. We did some research online and it said that it should prevent any rust from spreading. This whole spot here was just rust and we kind of cleared as much of it off as we can. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna spray this rust undercoating stuff and then see how it works. Safety is #1 priority. When you're sanding or painting, make sure to get yourself a nice mask. So next step is undercoating.
Resists rust, it rubberizes, and it's paintable.
So while we wait for that undercoating to dry, we're gonna try as best as we can to fit the chicken wire in these big rust holes like right here and right here, and there's also some smaller holes. We'll get those covered as well. And we're just trying to make it fit with the bumper as good as possible so it doesn't look like garbage when we Bondo over it. So next step, we have to take our Bondo glass, which is green. And basically what you need to do is you just get yourself some parchment paper and put it on a cardboard box or any flat surface and get about an inch high of...
Half inch.
No, it's an inch.
It's a half inch.
No.
It's definitely a half inch.
You want me to show you?
On this?
You want
I would
me
like
to?
you to put it in this video.
You want me to show you? You want me to show you the video?
Yes, I would.
I will.
Half inch high.
I will show you the video.
And that circle should be a half an inch high.
Well, I'll admit it. He got me on that one. It is a half inch high. So as long as it's a circle and it's a half inch high, that's all that matters. The circle could be as big as Austin's butthole.
Would you say that's a half inch high? I would say so.
Yeah.
Now we do this nice
You take this
trick.
hardener, and then you put the hardener just one streak across it. Oh my God.
Rip.
Just like that. And then what you have to do is you just have to keep mixing it with our mixer, which Austin, you put right there.
Wow, that was a good eye.
And then you just keep kneading it until it gets a nice mixture.
You don't want it, you gotta knead it.
Right. Yeah, just like that. And you just keep doing that until the orange completely disappears into the green. And you don't have, so just try to do this as quick as possible.
He said it only takes about 45 seconds to do, but he said when you do this, you want to get it into a nice rip.
Oh my God, you literally ripped the parchment paper.
Literally, you used some cheap ass
Oh
parchment
my
paper.
God, dude, you ruined it.
Yeah, this is cucked.
Well, we got to do this again. But follow those exact steps.
This spreader now.
So the finished product should look a little bit like this, so you really can't see any orange in there. And don't forget, when you are using your hardener, make sure to knead it so that there's no clumps in there. So it doesn't come out very liquidy like that. So now basically what you do is you just take it and you just start spreading it on the bare metal and the rust holes until it gets filled. This is our first time doing this, so I really...
Don't judge us.
Please don't judge. Like, the video up to now was so professional, and now it's probably just...
Shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's actually coming out pretty nice. So...
We're gonna run out though of this.
Yep, well there goes all our Bondo. Well, we're just gonna mix some more because we have a good amount.
Look at that.
But as you can see, we got the chicken wire underneath, and basically... You could obviously tell there's a little bit of a gap right there, but we're gonna fix that. So we're gonna set the camera down, fill all this stuff in with Bondo, and then we'll pick back up the camera for the next step. We have our first layer of Bondo, and since our hole is pretty big, we don't know how it's gonna look when this dries and we go to sand it. But I mean, I think we're overthinking this too much. I think that the first layer is honestly probably one of the shittiest layers. So when we start laying it up, and I mean, look at Tyler Fialco. I mean, he literally has like, most of his car is Bondo. We're just gonna wait for this to dry, and then as you can see, the chicken wire is right there. I don't know, I guess we're just gonna find out when this stuff dries, and then we go to, cause then,
I just wanna make sure this is filled.
right.
This
I mean,
wasn't hard.
granted, we're gonna have a fender flare over here, but I still wanna make it look as good as possible, because I don't want this to look like the turd cell. I want this to actually look
presentable.
Good, yeah. When this dries, we'll go to sand it and we'll see what we're working with. All right, so we finished kind of applying the Bondo. It's taking a lot longer to dry than we would have expected because it's like 40 degrees and I think it has to be like above 50 for it to finish drying. So stay tuned for more of the EG. We did just realize that the brake lines that he just ordered, we thought they were just the rears, but it's stainless steel brake lines for all four. So maybe an install video for those will be coming out soon.
The car should be able to go on the ground
Maybe
by the
next
end
week.
Of next week.
By the end of next week. So
Come on,
stay.
Bill. Bill, I know you don't watch our videos, but come on, Bill.
No, he watches our
Bill
videos.
watches our
'cause he-
videos?
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Bill.
Because
Shout
he has
out.
nothing better to do than work on garbage trucks, you know.
Oh.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. See you later. So, today we're gonna be working with all these body parts. We're gonna be working
These body parts.
I'm so sorry. This is why we have bloopers. Alright, so today we're gonna be working with all this body. Come on.
Started sanding some of that a lot more down here. But Matt probably shit himself, so.
So we got as much of the rust off as we can. Get out of here with that. Oh, what's that? I was watching that fall out like a dinkleberry, dude. We're gonna revisit this topic in another video, but until then,
Stay tuned.
But until
Stay tuned for more.
So we're gonna call it a night. No. So we have all the Bondo applied and it's taking a lot longer to dry than we would have expected. Tomorrow's gonna be like 50 degrees. So we may just pick this up tomorrow. But for now, that's gonna be a video. But for now, we're gonna call it a... The bloopers are kecked on this one, man.
You just can't talk.
I know, I just don't know how to do it. I got it this time, all right. So we finished applying all the Bondo. It's taking a little bit longer to dry because it's like 40 degrees outside, so it's not really optimal temperature for it to dry. So we're gonna wait till tomorrow to sand it down and kind of just keep adding layers and basically finish up this side. So until then, I appreciate you guys watching these videos. We'll see you in the next one. This is so bad.